Hey everyone, Mark here, and I got a new manga I'm reviewing today, and this one I'm really excited for. When I saw it was getting a release date right at the end of the year, I was like, pre-order it, and it got delivered last night, and I read it all in one sitting. It is Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon. Let's see. My trusted companions tried to kill me, but thanks to the gift of an unlimited gacha, I got level 9,999 friends and am out for revenge on my former party members and the world. Very long title. The spine just says Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon, which is how I'm going to say this through the review. I am not going to keep saying the full title because it is very long. This is hilarious. This isn't what I thought it was going to be too, because here's a description. A kid named Light is the only human member of an adventure party known as the Concord of Tribes, but humans are by far the weakest of the races. When his comrades abandon him to the lowest levels of the dungeon, Light resorts to the gift of infinite gacha to create a harem of level 9,999 allies. With his new and sexy friends, Light can escape the dungeon and, more importantly, take revenge upon the Concord of the Tribes and perhaps even break the entire world. Right off the bat, them saying harem, I thought this was going to be more of like the rom-com type thing, like interjected into it. I don't usually like this style of manga with, the fantasy style. I mean, yes, I am reading necromance. I do enjoy necromance, but most of the fantasy, like this style stuff, I don't like. But as someone who's been addicted to gacha games and reading like the sample online, I was like, okay, this looks really cool. I'm going to get in. I'm going to check it out. And it didn't disappoint. Volume 1 was really good. It did a great job of explaining enough, but not enough. Like, we don't know all the different, tribes that are part of the Concord. We see members of each one from his party. But from the standpoint of what's actually shown in Volume 1, it's mainly the Beastman tribe or Beast type tribe towards the latter half of it. I'm not going to really spoil anything. I noticed from the harem side of things, not really a thing yet. I mean, he does have amassed like almost an army from his gacha skills and summons, but it's not really falling into that harem category yet. Now, because this is just volume 1. And volume 1 is, let's see how many, I forgot how many pages. There's 5 chapters total, and it goes up to closely, doesn't even tell me, 173 is when chapter 5 starts. So it's just under 200, probably like 180-ish pages. It sets a lot of time building up Light as a character, setting up how humans are treated in this world. It's really intriguing to see and read a manga that has all these different tribes, different types, and humans are kind of like the low tier, the bottom of the barrel. I mean, in his this group, the Concord, everyone's in the hundreds, 200, really leveled up. He's level 15, a gentlemanly and respectable 15. There is a time jump of 3 years after he is betrayed, which was, from an art standpoint and story standpoint, I was sitting there like, damn, he's getting messed up. This is crazy, which I don't usually say a lot when I read manga. I mean, if you look at my shop, there's a lot of like, rom-com stuff and this and that. Not a lot in this genre. So I was like, okay, I've really enjoyed the artwork of it. I like the elements of the gacha. I'm hoping we get more down the road. I know there are scan sites that have gone through the chapters. I don't dabble in that stuff. I buy official when they're released. That's how I roll with my manga, unless I buy digital copies also. So I don't know what's going to happen in volume 2 or what's already been, translated and released illegally. Like I said, I don't mess with illegal distribution of manga at all. I always support. This is also from 7 Seas, so good, it's going to be good quality translations and releases. I love the cover. Artwork on the cover is really good. And reading this, I was like, especially because on the back you see a card of like his first real maid that he got from the gacha. I was like, I kind of I want these cards. I really do. Hopefully the YH Wars, they decide to pick this up if it gets an anime, which honestly, after reading volume 1, I was talking to one of my friends. I was like, this needs an anime. I will watch it. But what really cool is the character growth of Light just in volume 1 alone. There was a 3-year time jump, and minor spoiler, you find out the reason why he hasn't aged anything. He got an item from the gacha, like a bracelet or whatever, that kept him from aging because he wanted to get his revenge. He wanted them to see how he still looks, like the day that they betrayed him. And there are some moments in this when he does start to get some of his revenge, when you're just like, he really is that powerful. Like, in the shift of him being scared, weak, and this and that, to now being over leveled with all these companions that are, max level, and just the arrogance. And I was like, oh, I love character changes like that, because from a dynamic character, because let's face it, sometimes we get static main characters and from the standpoint of static, meaning they don't change, they're the same characters, but dynamic is when they do change. Dynamic main character, especially in volume 1 for Light, he still has kind of like the innocent look to him, but when he speaks and he's just like, oh, that's what you have for power, he's like, let me show you the real power. And when there's a line even when he's just like, he's like, do you think I could break the world? And he's like, do you think I have the chance? And he's like, and one of the characters was like, well, if you have this, and he shows what he's amassed from his gacha. And even that, like the humble, like I was like, oh, so good. This was a really good read. There's very few manga where like I'll reread volumes like pretty quickly after another. I do actually want to read this again and pick up on more of the context clues. And plus, like I said, I like the artwork. I like the style and the story. Once I chip away at more of my other manga in my backlog, I'm definitely going to be revisiting this, especially when volume 2 comes out. I'll most likely read, because when manga is early in the releases, up until like volume like 3 or so, I'll reread like the first volume, like right when I get the second one, just to refresh everything. And then, same with the third, because I read a lot, so it's trying to keep up. But this is a really good manga. It's available now. It is $13.99 from 7 Seas. Definitely, this is a strong contender for one of my favorite releases of the month, which I will talk about in my December manga haul video. And depending on if the trend goes, this might be one of my favorite new ongoing series that I've picked up. It easily could be. I really enjoyed this. But like I said, I want to avoid spoilers, so let me know in the comments below what you thought. Try to avoid spoilers in the comments, because I don't want to spoil the manga for anyone. It just came out literally this week. I want everyone who is interested in it to check it out and enjoy it. I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget the subscribe button. I got a lot more manga content coming soon. I'm revamping a lot of stuff for the channel, so I'm really looking forward to that going into 2023. I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.